Welcome back to another episode of The Planner Suite.
And today we have Erica with the Fab Faced here from Richmond, Virginia. And we brought Erica on today because you guys went crazy with the post about bridesmaids and hair and makeup. Who should pay for that service? So we decided to bring a makeup artist today, a professional on, to really talk about, what it's all about, what you're experiencing and what you're seeing. So Erica, welcome.
Thank you.
And so I'm just going to ask you the question here live here today.
Dun, dun, dun.
Who pays for makeup? Like, what do you see? Like, you are receiving the dollars, okay? So I want to know who pays.
So in my business, the bride always pays. I don't deal with anybody else except the bride in most circumstances. But as a former bride, I paid for my girls.
I know that's right.
Their makeup, and I had 10 people. So it just makes things easier. You get the style makeup artist that you want. They got to choose which artist out of the two artists that I had style they like best. Mm-hmm. But I paid for it, and there was no discrepancy about how much it cost.
Now, Erica, what made you think having 10 bridesmaids?
It wasn't 10 bridesmaids. It was 7 of us all together, and then I had two or three moms.
Okay.
That's what happened.
Okay.
Like my mother,
party.
Right. But everybody I paid for makeup, it was 10 people.
Okay, I was about to say maybe you might be a little West African.
Right.
Okay. I thought maybe you might be a little West African.
No.
Okay.
Yeah. Tell us about your traditional way.
Right. Okay, cool. So you're seeing people pay, they're just paying you. The bridesmaids can't come and pay or anything like that. So tell me this, have you ever had like a bridesmaid ask for more elaborate makeup than the bride? Or because that's kind of what stems the conversation of why we said the bride should pay. Now, another thing I will say, a lot of you guys didn't watch the full video, so we had a lot of really crazy comments.
Y'all were coming for our next.
Right. We was strong and wrong. But the reason why we had said this was, the biggest thing was, if the bride pays for the makeup, she's able to control the narrative, like control the look of the wedding and the aesthetic. So talk to us a little bit about that. Do you talk to your brides about that when you do their consultation?
Yes. At their preview, we do their look, and then we talk about how they want the girls to look. And some brides are like, I don't care what they want. And then some brides have a specific look they want. Typically, I'm not outdoing the bride in any circumstance. So if you want a glitter, I don't do glitter cut creases, but if you want a glitter cut crease, it's probably not happening. I'm probably going to steer you another way. Yeah, it's not happening over here, but I'll try to accommodate you some kind of way. But yeah, the bride paying, she gets to regulate how that works. And even if they try to give me some type of crazy look, I'll be like, is this okay? And she'll do one of these, and I'm like, I got you, don't worry about it.
Okay, yeah, that's cool. So tell me about this. How much does it cost? Like, that was another thing. Why is the bride even paying? Because apparently people can't pay for makeup. So the question is, how much does it cost for a bridesmaid to get makeup this day and age? Speak for the Fab Faced.
Yes.
The Fab Faced, it's gonna run you at least $145. Let's just be realistic. If it's under $100, it's probably not the artist for you. I'm just saying. Experience wise, in this day and age, a bottle of foundation is $52. To accommodate the lightest to the deepest tone, you have to have a range of colors, products, moisturizers, setting sprays, the whole kit and caboodle for anybody.
That's that $52 bottle times 20.
Yes.
I felt that, because that's a lot. Like, if you don't have so much shade, what you gonna say? Like, sorry, couldn't afford it.
I could only get 3.
You gonna be light skinned. You gonna be light skinned today.
Sorry. No, you have to be able to accommodate anybody. That I would be mortified if somebody came to me and I was like, and I gotta make something up. That's ridiculous in this day and age. You should have colors to accommodate whoever comes to your chair, because you don't know.
Right.
You have no idea who's coming to you as a bridesmaid. You just know the bride. So you have to be ready in any circumstance. And the cost, just like everything else, groceries, rent. I mean, everything, car prices, everything has gone up sky high. Same with the makeup. I'm not quite sure why everybody thinks it's $50 a face at this point, but it
Honestly,
it's
I
not.
think Mac did that. Mac don't come from me. I
Because
don't
you used
even
to be
use
able to
Mac
do
no
that.
more.
Yeah.
But you know, at Mac, you used to be able to go and spend $50
On
on
a
product,
product,
and
they
then
get
you
a
can
free
get a face.
makeover.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I think Mac did that. Mac set the front. Mac, stop that.
Right.
We not
But
doing
that
that
was
no
a
more.
long time
I don't know if they
ago.
even still do
Yeah.
that.
Stop doing that. So if you are actually getting your makeup done by a professional outside of Mac, you're never paying $50.
Right.
Like in this day and age, I
Yeah.
have $50 since maybe college.
No,
Yeah.
no.
Yeah.
Someone who works at Mac, how much y'all charge now for real? Because you guys messing up the industry a
I
little.
don't even know if
Right.
they do
I don't
that
think
anymore.
They
I
don't
should
do
be
that?
charging $100
I
per
think they
least.
stopped
product
because of
for your
COVID.
face.
Oh.
Yeah, and they never went back. Now,
Okay.
correct me if I'm wrong. I may be wrong, but I'm pretty sure they stopped.
I don't even see anyone shopping.
I haven't been to a Mac, and God knows when.
That part.
Yeah.
My concealer from Mac. Don't make me feel
You
bad.
no, Mac makes their products. Yeah.
I love
Yeah.
a good MAC lip gloss.
Right.
I'm just saying I don't see anyone like at the MAC counter.
Like in the store,
Right.
shopping
Getting anything
online.
done,
Yeah.
getting
Right.
their face done, yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
That makes a lot of sense. So tell me this: how much does it cost for a bride to get her makeup? So not only did a lot of brides tapped in as well, right? So a lot of brides were saying, "Hey, I'm paying for their makeup, but not their hair," and that makes a lot of sense though
Mhm.
because.
I get it.
Yeah.
Okay.
So my question for you is, how much does it cost for a bride to get her makeup this day and age? Because I find sometimes brides are a little confused as well.
A
And
local
speak-
bride might be at least, not me, but at least 180. At least.
That's actually
Mine is
good.
higher, but at least
No.
180.
We want.
I
The
want
fab
you. I want the
face,
fab
yeah.
face. I don't want
Erica
anyone
is
else.
200
That's
for the
actually
bride,
still
and that's a
good.
local bride. If I'm going outside of that, it's higher. Than
Is that for you to stay and do touch ups for me too, or that's just for you to just come and do my makeup? Because I want everything. I'm bougie.
Yeah, what does that entail?
That does not include touch up. That is a separate cost. But I'm there until you get dressed and stuff like that. But anything outside of
Okay.
you getting dressed,
I think that's a great deal.
That's
I
a
think
that's a
great
decent
price.
price.
That's a
actually.
great
because there are
Yeah.
people charging 4 and 5 just for the
There are
bride.
people charging thousands of
Thousands.
dollars. I just
I'm
got
just
a quote for
saying.
$12.50 for a bride I'm working
I'm not
with.
gonna lie. My
Just
makeup
saying.
artist, I loved her, and I paid a lot of money, and I don't regret it at all.
I'm going in that direction.
I would make it a rain. I would make it a rain again for Tia. MUA Tia.
Love
I
her.
love you, girl.
Hey,
I love you. My
Tia.
makeup was awesome.
So, do you have any funny stories, horror stories of times that you have worked with brides and their bridal parties concerning makeup?
Funny, crazy, just people who are adamant about not getting makeup. Now seeing everybody else's makeup, I guess because now they trust me
Mhm.
and they're like, "Oh, I want to get my makeup done. I got to go. I don't have enough brushes. I always have brushes, but I don't have enough brushes. I don't have the time. I got to go because you should have handled that before we got there."
And you know
I
what?
don't like that.
When the bride pays for makeup, you don't have that problem.
You don't have
Yeah,
to
you
worry
don't.
about
You
it.
don't
don't.
have that problem.
And the reason why we ask that question, who pays or not, the biggest thing is we said this. It's your photos. It's
Mhm.
your aesthetic. So if
Absolutely.
one person does not have makeup, that carries all your
Yes.
photos for the rest of your life.
life.
I mean, there's some really great photographers out there that can edit you the way that you need to be,
It's
but
gonna cost
if not,
Yes.
I think everyone should look the part and be the part. Just like the dresses have to be the same or similar in color and etc. I feel like you guys have to invest in makeup as well.
Absolutely.
Definitely. So when it comes to makeup, what should a bride be doing? Very first steps. Like, walk us through the process of trying to find a makeup artist for your wedding.
Find out or figure out, if you don't wear makeup, figure out like what style of makeup you like. You'll know like, ooh, that's a lot on somebody
Mhm.
else versus that's really clean, that's really cute, that's really soft. I like that. Figure out what you like as a bride first. And then reach out to people close to you if you have people close to you in that same wheelhouse.
Mhm.
Don't just reach out to all the makeup artists. You type in Virginia makeup artist and get all the people and get 18 quotes. Pick the people that you actually like and then work within those. That shouldn't be 12 people. That should
Mhm.
be maybe 2 or 3, maybe 4 people.
Mhm.
I think for my wedding, I inquired with 2 people. Because I already knew, besides me being a makeup artist, I already knew like that's the style I want. I don't like all these other styles. And what else you asked?
Just the step by step.
Oh, reach out, fill out their inquiry form. If they want you to email them. However they want you to reach out to inquire about bridal. Don't DM them. Just do it the official way. It keeps everything tip top. And then if they send a proposal, some type of quote.
Can I cut you off just on that one piece about doing what they say for you to do? It's really important with hair and makeup because a lot of times as we are a full service planning team, we will fill out that inquiry for you, but I don't know if you're oily. I don't know your skin type. I don't know what you break out to. So like that's the one thing, like even if you have someone who's a full service planner, there's some things that's full service that a full service planner can't do for you. And I recommend with hair and makeup, fill out the forms and don't rely on your planner to do that. Because I don't know if Mac makes you break out.
Right.
And then if you don't fill that out and you break out on your wedding, that's not our fault.
Right. Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. All right. So after they fill out the form,
you should be hearing back within, I hope within a week. Mine is within 48 hours. If it's not on a weekend day. If it's a weekend day, give me like maybe a third day. But you should hear back from them with some type of quote, price guide. Everybody does something different. And then try to make your decision, because after COVID, dates get picked up. So you think you're the only one that inquired with me about that date, and I've gotten 4 other proposals. I've sent out 4 other proposals for that same date. And whoever is ready to book first is who I am taking. So just be ready, just like you were ready to book the planner, you're ready to book the photographer. Take makeup just as serious, because the planner, the photographer, hair and makeup is super important for your wedding day. Because all you have after that, after your wedding day, is the pictures. That's it, and memories. So
I have a quick question. Tell me, there's a difference between a bridal makeup artist and just a regular makeup artist. And I'm going to stir the pot a little bit, because people who are not bridal makeup artists are different. So talk to me a little bit about that, because bridal makeup artists are certainly different than regular makeup artists.
Absolutely. You would want to get somebody that considers themselves a bridal makeup artist, because they have that experience in bridal. Bridal is a whole different animal than film, than just somebody that does photo shoots or something like that. The logistics of it all, the look, you want somebody with bridal experience, just like a bridal photographer, a bridal event planner, whatever. You want somebody with bridal experience, not just any old body who does editorial makeup. Sorry.
And I would definitely say, as a planner too, working like in the bridal suite, you want someone that's going to be professional as well. So it's so many things going on in there. You do not want someone that is going to take 3 hours and just slowing down the process. Like, that's going to be good under pressure. Your hair is probably still trying to be curled. The photographer's taking pictures. It's going to be a lot going on. So I think it's good to also just book someone that has that experience as well.
yes.
Somebody that can pivot if something happens, because wedding days can be crazy. Like anything can happen. Literally, the easiest wedding could be the worst wedding, just like that. Just because something random happened. So you need to be able to pivot. You might not be able to do the list that you have of everybody in a certain order. You might have to push the bride last. You might have to push her first because of everything that's going on. You just have to be able to move, and that's why bridal artists are different than just regular standard artists.
Yeah, no, that's a fact. Being someone who could be in the wedding industry is huge, because you have to have a calming spirit with you, because you need to be able to calm the bride down as there's a hurricane going on outside. Like, no one can know that is happening.
Right.
Absolutely. So I have one more thing about that. Let's talk about schedules, right? I beef with hairstylists and makeup artists about this, because I make the schedule. I make the schedule. I want to know how long it takes for you to do the face, and I'm going to make the schedule. Do you make the schedule of how long per person and send it to the planner, or does the planner send it to you?
I typically just tell them how long it's going to take. It's an hour for the bridesmaids, moms, whoever, and an hour and a half for the bride. When
Mhm.
I'm gonna start and when I should finish, that's typically what they get. They usually
Mhm.
don't give me a lot on that,
Okay.
and I don't go past this, so I usually don't have any problems.
Okay.
I
One
love
more
that.
one
Yeah.
more
Yeah.
reason why you need a planner.
Yeah.
One more
for
reason why you need a
sure.
planner, because she said she gonna say when she coming, when she leaving, and how long it's gonna take.
Right.
Everything's
right.
gonna be done.
Right.
Now, I do have one more question. I'm just going to rewind us back a little bit because you were talking about step by step of what you're doing when a bride is looking for makeup. Because this is a battle I have with brides. How important is a makeup trial?
Absolutely important. It's mandatory for me.
That was good.
It's not unless you're like out of state or something, like it's mandatory.
Why? Because let me tell you, the brides do not want to do a trial. Like they
Why?
are totally against a trial for some reason. I don't know why.
I think it's the cost. Like
The
I think
cost.
they feel like
But
it's
what if
one
it's
more
in the
thing.
package?
It's in the package. Well, it's in my packages.
Sometimes,
Sometimes it's in there.
yeah.
Do you make your your
Um,
loyal, like your regular clients, if they get married, do they have to do a consultation as well?
I would say so because I mean
different.
It's different.
Yeah,
I
bridal
just want
makeup
to.
is
I just want to
different.
make sure we're on the same page, and that's
Yeah.
why it's necessary. And it's included in my packages at a discounted rate,
Mhm.
so it's kind of like it's no extra cost to you if you're ready to book with me. But it's absolutely necessary because most of these people you don't know.
Right.
I don't. You might say you want this, and then when you actually get this, you're like, ooh.
Mhm.
A lot of people also don't wear makeup. So you need to see it on your face. You need to see what I do. I'm also taking cues from you and the pictures you bring me to see what you think is pretty, what you think you would want to look like on your wedding day. I'm talking to you about how your hair is going to look. I'm talking to you about the dress and what your fiance thinks about makeup. I'm talking to you about all these things so we can come on together on a look for you. And then once we're done, we tweak it and we figure it out from there. But it's absolutely necessary. I didn't start off doing making it mandatory. Something happened what made it mandatory. Like I will never,
That's always the
I will
case.
never
Always,
do that again.
yeah.
So it became mandatory.
But Whitney, thanks for bringing that up, because how important is it for you to get a trial and then have your engagement shoot after you have the trial so you could see it behind the camera?
Right.
Because that's important too. So you
Yeah.
could see it. Because sometimes don't really. First of all, let's talk about the evolution of editing. And how are people coming to you with their inspiration photos? Because that's another thing
Super
too.
edited Pinterest pictures of
Airbrush.
yes. Like this is not realistic. That's not how it's gonna look on you. Everybody has texture and stuff on their face. Like this is clearly a filtered picture. Let's just be honest. It's not gonna look like that, but that's why the trial is important. Let's talk about all these things and get to some type of common ground about what you want to look like on your wedding day. Then that's also why people aren't allowed. You're supposed to come there by yourself. Don't bring mom.
Okay.
Don't bring nobody with you because I want to know what you think. I want to know what you like. I don't want to know what Nana likes.
I never thought about that.
No.
I didn't have a
People
trial.
like to bring moms and sisters.
What
and
was
stuff,
I going
and
to
it's
do?
weird.
Fly to Florida for
Oh,
Tia?
that's true. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
'cause
But
she said if you're out of
I've
town.
done virtual ones too. Like if you're out of state, I get that. Like y'all not making me come to me for a trial. We'll just do it on the phone.
I could have been looking like Bobo the Clown, but I trusted.
You have no idea.
I trusted my vendors. I trusted them so, like, I trusted them, so I didn't even think about that. But I do think that everyone who is getting married, you should absolutely get a trial. Like, that's one day and one day only, and you don't want to mess it up. And thank God my vendors ain't mess it up.
I always say do a trial and then go on a date or do something fun. Put your
Absolutely.
makeup
Go
to
wear
use.
it out. See how it wears. Because then you have notes for me when I see you again, like, oh, I like this. I didn't like this after I got in the light or whatever kind of thing. I need to know all that stuff.
Right. Or like it didn't last. Like,
Absolutely. I need to know all that stuff because I'm only going off of what you tell me. So if you tell me you're dry, you have dry skin and you really have combo skin and I put the wrong stuff on you, now I know when you come back to put different stuff on you because we know what that means now.
Right.
So this is a little bit random, but I'm going to ask you this. As a planner, if one of our brides did not get like a full service package where you're doing touch-ups, what is something we can add to our emergency kit that may help a bride?
See, I give them touch-up kits anyway.
Like, should we add like blotting pads?
That's what I was
Definitely, yeah.
Like,
I used to have those in my kit. Blotting papers. Maybe some type of powder, like setting powder.
Mhm.
Maybe setting spray.
What's the go-to lip gloss? Like, if we don't have all the colors, should we be getting like a butter gloss? Is there like a
Definitely a clear gloss.
As
Always
I
have
say,
that
should we
on.
keep
hand.
it cute and keep it
Yeah.
clear?
Yeah, just keep it clear, just in case.
really? Y'all
Mhm.
think so? The butter gloss is cute.
It is.
It is, but not for everybody. Yeah.
Yeah.
I love a butter
If
gloss.
you-
Yeah.
You would not
But what
be
if they had a
fan
pink,
of that?
like
Yeah.
a pink lip on? Or
There's a
something?
clear
Yeah.
butter gloss.
Okay, I get it.
Sorry.
It's okay.
Alrighty, so something we want to do is pull up a few comments because we started with
Ooh.
this. We started with the debate of who should pay for makeup. And so now we're going to deep dive into the comments before we wrap up just to get your thoughts on a few of these. We're going to pull some of our favorites and then we're going to pull some that asked a few questions as well. So Amy has the comments pulled up.
I do. I'm going to keep this anonymous. If you want to go look them up, you can. So this one was, when I get married, I don't care if you wear makeup or not. And hair should be discussed and the cost should be split. What type of styles are you getting that you can't afford? That's what they said about that one. How do you feel about that? Have you ever done a wedding where there was no makeup for the bridesmaids at all?
I've done weddings where everybody didn't get makeup, but against my advice. But
I want to see those pictures.
yeah, like it's just not cohesive, but none of my business.
The bride said, I'm going to do makeup and that's it. All the rest of y'all, dusty, rusty, busty.
Right. Peasants.
Right.
Yeah, so that was one of the ones that kind of caught my attention completely about hair and makeup. But I will say a majority of the comments had said that they were paying for makeup and not hair. Or there were some people that were just completely like, why are you guys accepting to be in this if you don't want to pay for it at all?
Well, to speak to the hair, I didn't pay for their hair. In my bridal party, everybody had different types of hair. So I had people with locks. I had 3 people with locks. I had a low cut. I had like natural straight hair, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
So everybody had different styles. So, and they had different people they go to for those different styles. I just wanted like some type of similar kind of bob look, and that's what they went with. But I paid for their makeup, and to them saying about how much it costs, being at somebody's wedding now it's an invest. It costs a grip to be in somebody's wedding right now. I've been in several weddings before. I got married myself, and I was broke at that time. It cost a lot of money, so I wanted to do that for them because I know everybody's situation is different.
Yeah.
I wanted to do that for them as a thank you. Besides all the other stuff I did for them, I wanted to pay for them to get their makeup done, and also I wanted that control.
Right.
But what
Yeah.
So if you had to leave the people with 3 main reasons as to why a bride should pay for makeup, because you did agree that the bride should pay for makeup.
Absolutely.
3 reasons as to why the bride should pay for makeup.
I would say as a gift to your bridesmaids, like these people have been through the trench. I'm assuming trenches with you, with all the back and forths and the conversations and this and then the third, however long you've been engaged, dating this person. Just as a simple thank you. You want control too. You want control over the artist. You want to pick the person that you like. So you paying for the artist means you get that control. You don't have to ask for their opinion, not in a mean way, but you don't have to get their opinion on anything. And what else? 3 reasons. I don't know.
You just got those 2? Yeah. We
Yeah.
can leave it with those 2.
That's how I feel, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
She
Well,
said what she said.
I know that's right. Well, Erica, we want to thank you for coming into the planner suite. So go ahead, give us your Instagram handle so people can follow you and book with you.
My Instagram handle is the Fab Fab Faced FACED.
Alrighty, so y'all be sure to follow her, book with her, and of course, keep joining us here at the Planner Suite.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.